Hello everyone! I wanted to show you the next step of my Japanese Ryokan DIY kit that I've been working on. This one was quite interesting just because the instructions that they gave don't really work if you're trying to follow their step-by-step instructions. So this is the shelf for the bedroom that goes with the vanity and bed set that I explained I made in the last video. So here's the bed set and the vanity here, and this is the shelf that I was working on next. So I did make some changes again to add my own personal touch to the design with colors and things like that. So for example, this yellow bead I replaced with a colored bead that I had handmade from polymer clay. I also had painted this bead here and replaced this white bead with another colored bead that I had made from polymer clay. So you can see the final design here, and it does, I think, match pretty well with the other changes that I've made in the room, because I added some more pinks and reds on the bedspread and things like that. So this fan is kind of a turquoise color, so this bead I had made with that and a little bit of silver, kind of to match with the silver over here, as well as the reflective mirror in the vanity. So here I had some silver and pink for this bead, and that painted bead I put in the back here, replacing that with this small origami crane that I had made a long time ago and decided to incorporate into this piece. There's also a couple of the books here. I chose one that had some yellow on it to match the yellow in the background here. And of course painted it gold. Now the thing that I wanted to explain that had problems was the book asks you to paste the paper sheet onto this plain wood back, and then you're supposed to paste these cross pieces here down first. So you're pasting that to paper, and then they want you to fit these long pieces onto those, but they are very tight when it comes to squeezing them together. So just the act of trying to push them onto these and line up all of these perfectly was very difficult, and the paper and the glue would start to tear. So I ended up having to just kind of rip all of these back off the paper. This is sadly one of the pieces of paper that they don't give you a replacement for, so I had to rip that and make the framework first and then glue it down. And so I did have some, like, you could see tear marks in a little bit of the paper. So I took like a whiteout pen and paint to try to cover up some of the rip marks I had made. I actually made more work for myself, because behind this panel I did a lot of work inside here, and then later realized this is a panel you're covering up anyway. So this caused me a lot more time than I thought it would. But I think overall it doesn't look too bad, and the paper had these black lines in the design that sometimes showed when you were, even though you glued these down over it, they weren't perfectly sized. So I actually had to cover some of those black lines with the paint as well in between some of these shelves. But so I think I did a pretty good job doing that, and overall my changes I think go well. But that's one thing to be forewarned about, is to make this kind of framework first and then glue it down onto the paperback, because otherwise you will struggle just like me. Alright, well that's all I have for you today, folks. As always, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.